Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is May 27th, 2026. It is a Wednesday. And we'll see how many people show up. Well, says sounds good, looks good. We've been chatting and text in the room before the show started. I forgot to even run my damn timer. See, I can do like this. Watch this. Oh, see, there's the timer. But see, the timer is set. It's always set at 5 minutes. Oh goodness, come on, where are we? Here we go. The timer is a 5-minute timer that I've got there. So I've got to. I can't speed it up. I can't go, oh, shit, I forgot the timer. The show's going to start in 3 minutes. Well, we need to make it 3 minutes. I can't do that. So I say, no timer tonight. Tonight's coffee, butter pecan from New England brand. And why is it butter pecan? Well, because that's the way they pronounce it. Well, it says, I thought I was hallucinating. No. Just going to be one of those nights. One of those nights. One of those crazy old nights. Oh. I got a bunch of stuff done today. I got the door and the run fixed. The chicken run. She's been falling apart. I fixed it. I was going to fix it last week, and you know how things go. So I fixed that, and I did some trimming and did some reorganizing of stuff and a bunch of shit. Laura says I was singing that in my head. Yeah, it's a good night or a good song. Yeah. Everything's a song. Everything is a song or a music line or a movie line, music line. I can't talk. Oh, I can't talk. Oh my goodness. You see the feller I pissed off today, and he informed me that he is unsubscribed from my entitled garbage site. I can stick it up my ass. Well, stick it where the sun don't shine. It's like, oh my goodness. Poor feller. I don't know what I'm going to do without him. I said, it was in the, he had originally posted, I'd never seen him before. You got a weird name. Not even a real fucking name. Let me see his real name. Gao CNGAO space XIA space EN. It's like, that's kind of fucking weird. That's kind of weird. Yeah. So he had posted up in the commentary I did earlier today. I'd said that let me get this right. We don't have a problem with, quote, a living wage, end quote, in the United States. We have a problem with far too many people trying to live, quote, end quote, above their means. Okay? Now most people got it. They got it. And it's true. Because I always get this, oh, that's not a living wage. Are you alive? Oh, yeah, it's a living wage. And it used to be when we got out of high school, we as a people, you didn't expect to be driving that sports car. You didn't expect to own your own home. What you expected was, I'm going to get with a couple buddies of mine. We're all going to have shitty jobs. And we're going to pool our money together, and we're going to get a shitty apartment, shitty second or third hand furniture, or make it 2x4s and milk crates. You know? And that's the way we're going to live until we make enough money and we get, further along in our jobs and stuff. That was just the way things were, and you lived within your means. Nowadays, people, the problem is not a living wage. The whole thing is like the same way as Matthew's on the floor. Hey, Matthew. Is people bitching about minimum wage? No. Oh, mattress. Mattress. We did say Matthews. You said Matthews? Mattress on the floor. Yes, mattress on the floor. I thought that was your grandson. I thought he was like on the floor. Like I was going to say, hey, Matthew. Mattress on the floor. Good. I'm glad I was not the problem that time. But yeah, macaroni and cheese and hot dogs, ramen noodles. She says, "Damn, auto contact." She goes, "What? No. I screwed that. That's autocorrect." But yeah, and you knew when you saw that guy that was 50, 60 years old and he's driving the nice car and he lives in the nice house, you didn't go, "Oh, that motherfucker." What you went in is like, yeah, that guy's worked his whole life. I'm going to get there someday. Now, people now, they think I'm going to look. I need a new car, new cell phone, new computer, new stereo system, new shoes, new everything, new clothes, and I need to go out every Friday night, and I need this and that, and it's like, number one, we didn't have all those bills. Well, we'd go out on the weekend. I was in the military, so it was a little different. But people went out. They had different priorities. So whatever, everybody knew the truth. There, a couple people were stupid. I had some old gal in there. She wanted to argue with me too. I don't know if he caught that exchange between herself and I. It's like, nah, she was stupid. She didn't even refute my point. She tried to make it into sometimes bad things happen and you lose your income and blah blah. Hers was because it's like that's not even what I'm fucking saying. Not even close to what I'm saying. If something bad happens in your life and you get a reduced income and you adjust to that new income, you're not living above your means. So what's your point? Hey, Alicia. She says, "Hi." Boy, that was difficult. YouTube wouldn't let me in. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Fuck off. No, but yeah, so I got into it with her. And then this other guy, this weird dude, and he's got to be somewhere around our age. Because his profile picture looked like it was like in a locker room, but it was an old picture. Well, he was in the Navy in the 80s for 4 years, and there was nothing else on his page. I mean, literally, all he had was shit for Navy in the 80s. And thank you for your service. I was there too. I was in the military in the 80s as well. Yeah. 80s and on. But when you only served 4 years in the Navy back in the mid 80s, and that's all you have on your Facebook page, you're a sad individual. That's 60 fucking years. Isn't it? 40 years. That's 40 years. Yeah. 80, 90. Yeah. That's 46 freaking years. That's over 40 years. You've got nothing else going on in your life for 40 years. You had more of your life, more of your adult life, not in the military than in the military. And that's all you. That's why I hate vet bros. They just piss me off. Stop it. Thank you for your service, but stop it. Can you imagine if people pulled that shit after World War II? Everybody fucking served. It's like, yeah, it's like a no shit. The news was if you didn't. So yeah, I'm not a big vet bro guy. I have veterans plates on my truck. But Laurel says that isn't a military career. Yeah, and I'm not saying that it's invaluable because it is. It's valuable. Thank you. But come on, that's like somebody being a plumber for 4 years, just out of high school, and then they're wearing I'm a plumber on the back of their truck. Are you? Well, no, not really. I was a plumber for from 1982 to 1986. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. But again, yeah, it just, look, that's not the defining. I'm a military man. I'm a veteran. I'm a former police officer. That's not all I am. That's not all I am. And you wouldn't know that when I'm just walking down the street. No. But yeah, so he gets on there and he posts up and he's like, well, you grew up in, I'm paraphrasing here, you grew up in a boom where everything was abundant and stuff like that. So to then, cast aspersions. Those are my words. He was not as eloquent. Cast aspersions on folks now that don't have it easy. Is basically bullshit. Like, whoa. Number one, I grew up dirt fucking poor. So I don't care what the economy out there was doing. I know the difference between a living wage and living above your means. I grew up dirt poor. Don't make assumptions about me. The statement that I made had absolutely nothing to do with whether or not people are getting paid well or not. The simple truth is, and I'll get to another comment, everything that these people say, and he wasn't from, I do not think he was from the left. People I post about, everybody assumes instantly when I post up shit about jack wagons, they immediately think they were liberal. It's like, no. I get probably a third of the issues that I get until I get swamped. If I have a day where the left is just running, a third or more are on the right that I have to deal with. So no, it's not all the left. But he, in another post, after I had sent him a message and like, look, you have no idea who the hell I am. So don't tell me what I think. Don't tell me how I grew up. And I laid it out for him. And that's when he sent the other message back to me. But in the meantime, I'd seen his other comment. And he was posting, 60 years ago, $500 a month was fine and you can get an apartment and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, 60 years ago, $500 a month, you weren't getting an apartment by yourself. You weren't doing it. You could get together with a couple buddies. Yeah. You could each of you making $500 a month. Three fellers, you can do okay. But it wasn't somebody making $500 a month and they got themselves an apartment and they could pay for their electricity and water and their heating and their groceries and telephone. Although telephone didn't cost that much back then. But yeah, you weren't doing it at $500 now a month. But he went on and said, yeah, and today it's 4 times that. It is. For an apartment, it's going to cost you 4 times that. Easy. And, but you don't have to get that on your own. You can get a roommate. Laura said cost of living has a lot to do with it and demographics. That has something to do with it, yeah. Alicia writes, I grew up middle class and I'm now poor. Now I'm poor, which is completely my fault, and I'm climbing out of debt. Yeah, but again, if you know what the deal is, and the trick is don't live above your means. If you put yourself in debt, you gotta cut some things loose. You just have to do it. You got to make sacrifices. I made sacrifices. When the kids were growing up, I'd go without eating. I'd eat one meal a day. So don't fucking tell me about, you know. So when somebody tries to shame me as if I'm living in the lap of fucking luxury, I've fought for everything I've got. I've worked for everything I've got. Ain't nothing given to me. My truck sitting out in the dooryard. First truck I've had in 25 years. Why? Because I couldn't afford a truck. I could afford an SUV or a minivan, and those fit the bill because I had a lot of kids. After I got rid of my last truck, I just couldn't afford a new truck. Why? Trucks cost a lot of money. I couldn't afford it. So don't fucking tell me about, rich. Do I have nice stuff? Yes, I do. Because I try to get the best I can with the money I have. Do I have a nice canoe and nice stuff? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They're dang nice. They're dang nice. But I work my ass off for them. I don't have 50 billion things. Again, tonight's coffee. Butter pecan. Butter pecan. New England brand. It's delicious. Yeah, but I'm also not envious. I don't live above my means. People think I've got more than I have because I don't look like shit. Well, I do tonight. I've been outside working all day. Laurel says, as long as you keep climbing, Allie, you will be okay. Yeah, set your goal. Take care of one thing at a time. Take care of one thing at a time. Oh, trust me, I've had debt. I've had debt. We've had to dig out of a hole. So when I post up, it's not out of ignorance. Oh, I've had a silver spoon and I've never seen rough times and I've never made mistakes. Oh, I've made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I've had lean times. I've had I wish I had a slice of bologna times. So don't try to cast aspersions on me, acting like you say, entitled. My garbage, and it's not a site; it's a freaking Facebook page. Shut the fuck up. Entitled garbage site. What? Because I call it like it is? Oh, he also said, kids now, they'll never be able to buy a house and they can't afford to have children. What? Last I knew, houses were still selling. Contrary to popular belief and contrary to what people will scream about, guess what? Houses are still being sold. Houses of all levels are still being sold. New houses, used houses, big houses, small houses, they're still being sold. The market hasn't collapsed. It hasn't, oh my God, nobody can afford a house. No, people can still afford a house. The thing is if they don't have a house by the time they're 25, they can say, oh my God, I can't fucking have a house. Look, and I don't know any of my friends growing up that had houses until they were 40. Don't fucking tell me. They rented. Yeah. Welcome to the real world. Most people rent. Laurel says they're still having babies. They are still having babies. I got over a dozen grandkids, for crying out loud. Don't tell me that the kids can't have babies. They can't afford to have children. They fucking can too. And how about this? Here's another fact. The poorer you are, the more likely that you're going to have more kids. So don't tell me you can't afford a child. Bullshit. The richer you are, the less children you tend to have. How about them apples? So again, I get sick and tired of the whining out there, the bitch pissing and moaning and the lies. Oh, nobody has a living wage. Let me get back to fucking minimum wage. It's not minimum wage that's going to kill the job market, because you know what? Most people don't make minimum wage. They act like everybody gets out there and they're just making minimum wage. No, a minority of workers, a very small minority of workers, make minimum wage. But if you make that wage much higher than it is, every other job above that has to see an increase in pay. You can't go, well, this kid that's just supposed to be making minimum wage now, he's making $25 an hour. I've been working at this job for 5 years, and I'm only making $20 an hour. You need to fucking pay me more. And I'd say, you're right. You're right. That's where the minimum wage thing has come in. It's not because people, oh, they can't live on minimum wage. They're not supposed to, but they can. Guarantee you can live on minimum wage if you get a fucking roommate and you budget correctly. Alicia says, I've had to file for bankruptcy twice, mostly from medical debt. I become a minimalist because I've learned stuff is not as important as my family and friends. Laura says, very true, Alicia. Yeah, hey, Kay, welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm not anti-stuff. I think stuff's great to have. But if you can't fucking afford it, you can't afford it. Get something less than. You don't have to have a brand new TV. Get a used TV. You're still going to see it, right? Ain't shit on TV now anyways. You need a laptop? Okay, you run it until you can't run it anymore. And then you go and you get just a couple $100 laptop. What, you're not doing fucking sci-fi CGI rendering. Nobody's out there. Look, I have limped along in the past because I used to do that shit. I needed a power system and I couldn't even afford that, and I limped along with less than. But nowadays, there's no power users out there. If all you're going to do is do internet stuff, maybe edit some photographs, and watch YouTube. Do some streaming. Do some FaceTime. The bare minimum computer now is more than you need for that. That's it. Kay says it's about needs versus wants. Right. And then if you can't do, then you just can't. Then you can't. Then you limp along. It's the same way as like, oh, I need internet. Well, you can still go to the library, right? They got computers. There's ways of getting things done. Now, I'm not saying, hey, if you can afford something, don't buy it. Be super frugal. Don't be like me. I hate spending money. That's why whenever I show you shit, it's good shit. Because I hate spending money. I'm not going to buy shit just to have shit. If I need something, I'm going to get it nice. It may not be the best. My canoe, for instance, it is the fucking best. It's the best canoe they make. Because I figured this is going to be my last damn canoe. That's it. And I deserved it. Laurel says, I have internet, dropped cable. Yeah, we don't have cable. We do Sling. So we got Sling via cable internet. Well, cable, you know what I mean? We don't have TV. It's just internet. Fiber optic. And I needed it because I stream. Before that, I had, before I went back, I had Xfinity, one of their highest packages. Then they wouldn't lower the price for me. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I've been using your shit for over 30 years. And you're not going to give me a good price for it? It's come come time to renew my contract, and it's like, no. So I said, fine, fuck it. I moved to another company with, I got two DSL, twisted DSL. So I got 2 lines worth. And Laurel says, my son has a couple streaming services that we use. Yeah. As long as you got internet, you're good. So I went with them for a while, and they were unreliable, and I wasn't pleased with the speed. So I went back to Xfinity, and I'm back up and running the way I need to. But I got back in at the ground level again. It's like, yeah, you lost me for a couple years because you wouldn't want to lower my prices. Alicia says, Jim and I also hate spending money. We got a lot of secondhand since we both work at Goodwill. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. One of my favorite suits was gotten from Goodwill. I think I paid $8 for it, for the whole suit. Jacket and pants. $8. That was some years ago. Good suit. Good suit. Nothing wrong with that. It's like people in their I got to have the right brand. Really? Ain't nobody sees the brand of your shirt. Shut the fuck up. Kay says, I don't have cable or TV. I simply pick what I want on the internet. Plus, I've got the DVDs I want. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. So it's about priorities. So yeah. Sorry, feller. People will still be able to buy houses, and people are still having children. Shut the fuck up. I didn't like that too well. But yeah, my entitled garbage site. I'm about one of the least entitled people that you'll ever run into. And those who follow my content know that. Alicia says, now that would be $9.99 or up to $14.99 at our Goodwill. Yeah, and that's still great. That was still great. And it was a name brand. It was a good suit. I forget what it was, but it was a big boy name. I was like, yeah. So, ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's amazing that people will let me know when they're not gonna follow me. They didn't tell me when they started following. I'd never seen that guy before in my life. It's the first post I've ever seen him make, which means he probably just started following me. And that's fine. Hey, folks want to follow me, great. Thank you. Don't be a jackwag, because I don't need you that much. I don't need you, an individual, that much. Especially if you're just going to be a pain in my ass. I can put up a lot. I've said this before. I can put up a lot with more stuff if I'm getting paid. I ain't getting paid, so no, sorry. No. Kay says, 35 years ago, I bought 4 corduroy jackets on sale for $25 a piece. Never used them until 5 years ago when I was told that it was stylish. Yeah, shit comes back around. Laurel says, my nephew had bought a real duster coat for about $1 for about 15 years ago at Goodwill. See, there you go. There you go. God, I wish I could. Although mine's a slick. I did have a duster. My duster cost a bit more than $1. But, yeah, I wish I could have gotten either of them for $1. I lost my duster moving up from Oklahoma. I don't know where it went. I think I left it someplace. But, yeah, my slick is might bit more than that. And I wasn't going to get it. The missus saw it. She's like, oh, you've wanted to replace it, right? And I'm like, yeah, yes, I did. I'm like, I didn't even look at the price. I'm like, there's no fucking way. There is no way. No. She's no, oh no, try it on. So I tried it on and it fit perfect. It's like, oh, dang, and it looked good. The salesman comes over and he goes, yeah, now that's that's the guy that's supposed to be wearing a duster. Yeah. Yeah. It's expensive, but yeah, I'll have it for the rest of my life. Kay said my first car was a 73 Duster with a sunroof. Great car. Now we're not talking about the cars. We're talking about the jackets. Alicia says, tomorrow at 8 a.m. is check-in for my hysterectomotomy. The doc is taking all except my ovaries unless they need to be taken too. Also no mesh. Mesh. Laurel says I had my ovaries taken. Yeah. I'd ask. I told you about that before. I'd ask if you could take it all. Take it all. You're better in the long run. Kay says, yeah, I know. 73 Duster. Trying to think. 73. They go big. They go. What year did the Dusters go big body? They used to be small. I liked them when they were small. '73 Duster. It's a medium. They didn't go super big. It's a medium. They used to be smaller than that. Let's go here. Internet on. You son of a mother. Okay, let's go here. Yeah. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, this is in the mid size. I think they got a little bit bigger than this. Not much. But they used to be smaller. They used to be smaller than that. What do I think of that Graham Plattner guy in Maine? He's a jackass. He's a jackass. He is a communist neo-Nazi, which is kind of weird because the Nazis weren't communists. They were socialists. Birds of a feather. Kay said that Duster was a very reliable car, not exciting, but still. Yeah, there's a mythology. A lot of people don't realize a lot of the cars back in the muscle car era, they weren't exciting cars. Some of them were outright pigs. They were slow as shit. Kay says correct, sir. Oh, about Plattner? Yeah, he's a douchebag. Hey, but folks in Maine have embraced him. There's a segment up in Maine. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. They need to stop. They just need to stop. That said, I don't think he's going to hold office. I do not think that he's going to hold office. My prediction for him is he's probably going to do... The Duster was not a great dating car. No, they had sexier. The Novas were sexier. A little bit. Camaros were definitely sexier. GTO. Oof. You got the Roadrunners. And you got, yeah. But those are big cars. Those are big cars. Yeah, I think Plattner's probably going to do, he might do He might get into commentary. That seems to be the way of things. Alicia says a dating car. Yeah, a car to use on dates. Laurel says, at Alicia, Tommy was ready to kill me. I was a biatch. I knew I was, but couldn't control it, and the attitude followed me out of the room. Yeah, the missus, she wasn't too bad. She wasn't too bad. Small back seat, he winks. Yeah. Ain't like the GTO had a big back seat. Camaro, not so much. Nah, if you get yourself like a station wagon, they ain't cool, or they weren't cool back in the day, but they had some room. Kay said, first of all, Plattner is a ballistic unknown. Second, Collins will tear him apart. Yeah, he's not going to make it. He's being pushed, but he ain't going to make it. I think he's setting him up for something else. Non-politics. But we'll see. That brings me to, hey, let me talk about the state of the midterms. I already told you my predictions the other day. And funny thing is I was because I keep track of what all the other fellers out there are saying. Guess what all the other people have been saying the last week? Well, the polls are showing this and this and this and this. And yeah, it's everybody else is now saying what I said and have been saying. It ain't going to be the blue wave that they said it was going to be. If they get any seats, it's going to be marginal. But there's a good chance they might lose a bunch of seats. It is what it is. And you heard it here. And you heard it here first. So you hear all these other fellers saying it. You heard it here first. You're the few. You're the proud. You're the folks that pay attention to what I say. And you don't have to. Be a good idea if you did. Oh my goodness. Oh, that freaking pissed me off. Oh, this upset me. Not a lot of people have seen this. See, if I do a link, Facebook doesn't push it. Now I'm going to play this shit. Now this pissed me off. This is the way to get the cowboy riled up. Now you watch this. Go back here.
The way he's struggling to put that cupcake in the cup is frying me.
How do I put it in? You're dumb.
How is it going to fit like that? And how does it fit? Like this. So what? Well, now you cover it. What are you doing?
The way he's struggling to put that cupcake in the cup.
Yeah, you see that shit? Oh boy, that gets me fired right up. All the comments are about how that kid deserved that. It's like, you're all a bunch of fucking retards. What if it was a grandfather and his granddaughter and a similar thing happened and he knocked her so hard she almost fell out of the chair? I don't think people would be finding that too damn funny. So why is it funny when a woman abuses a man? Why is that funny? It ain't funny. And I've said this again, and I'm a former police officer. Women have, for fucking ever, abused men far more than men have abused women. Women have forever abused children more than men have abused children. The only difference is man, when he does something, he does it a bunch harder. causes more damage. That's the same way as the dogs you think are the dogs that are most dangerous out there. No, they're not. They're just the dogs that can cause the most damage. The ones that bite the most people aren't the big dogs. You go to an ER and you ask them where they've had to sew up for dog bites, and it's all small dogs. But yeah, it chaps my ass seeing people act as if it's perfectly okay. But we've done this. Comedians and stuff like, yeah, my mom used to hit me and da 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 da, and they just whatever. At the same time, everybody claiming that men are these big abusive beasts and they're the problem. It's like no. Sorry. So that just fucking pisses me off. Kay says about the midterms, Trump and the Republicans have the policies right. They do. But the left is organizing as piss. Organized and means as piss. Yeah, I think I think I know what you mean. I really don't know what's going to... Yeah, see, the left has their machine is better. Their machine is better. And they're gonna rely on hatred and pure tribalism. That's all they got. Hatred and pure tribalism. We're not them and they're the bad guys. Vote for us. And the Republicans have the policies. Here's the good thing, though, is a lot of Americans are waking up. They're like, yeah. Kay says, I know what really riles the cowboy. Wayne Newton. I tell you what. I swear, if Wayne Newton and Tom Jones were to get on stage together and perform an act, the universe would freaking explode. I just don't get either of them. And like Tom, he's a horse face. It's like, are you kidding me? He's not good looking. His voice, yeah. Wayne Newton, yeah, it's like Wayne Newton had the boy band voice of his time, but then he never grew up, and he thought that he was a big macho man with a little girl voice. Wayne Newton. Oh, and he'll fight anybody. You're a freaking chihuahua. Shut up, Wayne. Go have some more plastic surgery. Oh my goodness. But yeah. What else we got going on here? DA in Virginia sent out a letter to law enforcement saying, don't bother arresting anybody for these weapons violations, these new unconstitutional laws, because we ain't going to prosecute them. Good on him. Ryan Mahaffey, Mehaffey, Mahaffey, Ryan Mahaffey. Spotsylvania, Virginia. The Commonwealth Attorney. That's the district attorney. Oh, excuse me. Coffee. Yep. Yeah, things are going to get interesting in the next 3 years. Yipper skipper. I want to retire in that time. I want to retire by the end of this year. I got to have dreams. Laurel says law enforcement also said they weren't going to arrest anyone for the same reason. Yeah. Like, you only got basically one county, even though they got the votes across the state by doing bullshit. You really only have to worry about one county in Virginia. Stay out of that county. Stay out of that county. Oh, my Down syndrome horse. The kids came over this weekend and they brought over their D&D set. And they had kind of like it's a box. It's an octagon box. It was nice. Black pleather. Got some embossing on it. And the center was where you could put these little bags and you could put your favorite dice in it. Or you could, then you take it out and you can roll the dice in it. Or you can roll the dice in the top when you took the top off. Well, they had like horse, dragon, bat, all sorts of different things. And they said, hey, this horse reminds us of you. So we thought you'd enjoy it. Now I'm going to put my Yahtzee dice in it. And I thanked him, and that's fine. But I got to looking at it, and I'm like, that horse, that horse looks like he's got Down syndrome. Let's see if I can get this bigger. There we go. Tell me that horse doesn't look like it's got Down syndrome. Swear to goodness. Quesadilla. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Don't get me started on Elvis. I'm not like some of his earlier stuff, but he's another guy. I don't get it. But yeah, now tell me, does that or does that not look like that horse has Down syndrome? Okay, said Elvis, let's go. No. No, the folks have heard my Elvis rant before. They heard my Elvis rant before. Mm-hmm. Had to readjust some things. I was like, okay, I think she's fine. I think she's fine. There we go. Yeah. I spilled coffee in my keyboard and I got sticky keys. Get up. Get up. No, get up. There you go. This is me trying to unstick my keys. Okay, these are good. Three sticky. Four is really goodness. I spilled a lot of it. Okay, there we go. Get out of there. All right, so what do we got here? What do we got now? What other issues? He asked me about Plattner. Goodness gracious. I've been dreaming of Tennessee. Been dreaming of Tennessee. Just out the Smoky Mountains. Looks like New Hampshire. It does. Close. New Hampshire without the winter. Our mountains are a little bigger here. Our mountains are a lot bigger here when you get up to the White Mountains. But the rest of the state, yeah, about the same. They're about the same. I got my tire wet because my tires were getting dry. Don't like it when they're not black. It's like, no, I got to get them nice and shiny and black. Shiny and black. Man, I got some good scratches in the canoe this last weekend, though. Oh my goodness, that lake must eat boats. It must, because it's got some good rocks by the shoreline, and you can't see them till you're right up on them. And when I mean right up on them, I mean right up on them. Did y'all see my canoeing video? I know Laurel did. I know Laurel did. See, look at that. Ooh.
Yeah, I had to replace the battery.
I'm being nosy.
Kay said Elvis had a good voice but screwed up personal life. He should have gone out of Graceland and into a canoe more often. He should have. He should have. Yeah. A lot of his issues were... Elvis toned down was good. Elvis toned down was good. Yeah, this was Saturday. It rained on Sunday. It was not a good day out there. And that's exactly how it looked. It's like, well, I hope it comes out okay on the video. But that's how it looked. Windy as all get out. Oh my goodness. There was so much footage I could not use. Because it was just wind noise. This lake was fine. A little too open for me. I like it. Pawtuckaway is good. Alicia says looks pretty to me. Was that no, that was my youngest daughter. And her feller. And I went out with them. There she is again. She's right in front of the canoe, and then he's over to the right a bit. Little teeny red dot. He uses my
A lot of rocks in there.
my spare kayak.
See that?
I ran up on them. We'll see whether or not we can get through here.
Oh, says the missus stayed home and had peace and quiet. She did. She did.
I can't see.
She knew I
rocks.
need to get out on the water. But yeah, she doesn't go canoeing with me. Oh, last time she been canoeing was back when the kids were around.
Ooh, that's a close one.
Yeah, see, I almost hit a rock there, but you can't see it. It's like, no, you can't see shit.
We're gonna do it.
So I just took my time.
It's very rocky over here, just so you know.
If you stay in the center where I'm at, you should be able to go fine.
I like Pawtuckaway a bit better. I like Kentucky River. I got 2 sections I go on. I got some favorite places I like. Things closer and then sheltered from the wind. Because this is a fast canoe, but it's really light. So the wind does not like it, or it does not like the wind. And I'm heavy, but I'm over 6 foot tall, so I'm like a sail. So, well, it says any scrapes on the bottom of the canoe. Yes, I said I put some on it. Yeah, I put some good ones. I put some good ones in it this weekend. Holy crap. Kay says, you want a good canoeing adventure? Try Sawtell, Deadwater, Northern Maine. Very peaceful. Yeah, well, I'd have to drive up there. Looks like a big house. Yeah, they had a few decent sized houses there. Here they come. There's her guy. And there she is, coming through. Here we go. Ramming speed. Yeah, if you were in a motorboat, you need to stay in the channels. Fast forward over here. Let's go fast forward over here.
What was it?
It was over there. It's a Rudolph Christmas stocking.
Oh. It's a treasure of a lifetime.
Oh yeah. No, my treasure. Fuck. Gross. Things you find in the lake.
Mm-hmm.
No foot inside.
What?
There's no foot inside.
No foot inside what?
The sock.
Oh. Yeah? Well, darn, there goes lunch.
I'll keep it empty.
You do that. You do that.
Now you can see right there, she's moving right along, and you notice I'm keeping right up with her. And I'm just paddling on one side. I've got a very good stroke. Quite powerful, and I can move it. Now it was so windy this day that we'd go around some of the islands, and the wind was blowing me right into the island, right into the bushes. It's like, oh, you son of a mother. Like, what the heck is this for? Yeah, I'm not a big I like adventures, but I like day adventures. I don't think the missus would like me to go out multiple days anymore. There's some houses for you. They're not really big. They were decent houses. Okay, let's go try to catch up in another. Oh, no, you're here? Okay, what do we got going on?
Hi, did you catch anything?
A beer can.
Beer can.
She caught a beer can.
Saw a dead turtle, but I accidentally knocked it down to the bottom, so I couldn't grab it.
Well, that's not very good.
No, I don't wanted to catch it.
Oh, fish will eat it.
Huh?
Fish will eat it.
Yeah.
Fish will eat it.
So.
You don't eat the dead turtle.
That's really nice.
Yeah, as long as you're out of the wind.
Yeah.
We'd stopped right there at that place and we'd hung out for about 10, 15 minutes before we headed back in. It was out of the wind. Yacked a bit. There's my truck right there. That's my truck right there, right there. Right there. And there's Zippy. There's Zippy and there's my truck. Zippy is the missus's SUV. But my daughter uses it. It's always with her. Okay, stop this. Stop. Judy says, so beautiful. Hey, Judy. Welcome to the show. Alicia says, your daughter is funny. She has a cute sense of humor. She does. She's got my sense of humor. She's got my sense of humor. Yep. She looks like me, too. So. Hey, Judy. Welcome to the show. Judy says she is adorable. She's a character. She's a character. We like to get out on the water together. She's my water buddy. She's my water buddy. This is the second time that her feller's been kayaking. They went last year once, and then this year. So this is the second time he's ever been kayaking. And last year I didn't get out on the water at all. But the year before that, we were out on the water quite a bit. But, yeah, we like to get out there and we zip around. And we do more yakking. We do more yakking without her feller there. It's just dad and daughter time. And it's fine. But, yeah, she likes being out there. And she gets her treasure. She got her little net. She picks up trash and this and that. So then after I get back and they drop off the kayaks and everything like that, and within the next week, and I got to pick out trash from her kayak and freshwater mussel shells, and you never know what the hell I'm going to find. It's like, oh, goodness gracious. But, yep. Yipper skipper. It was nice being out on the water. But yeah, I got some scratches. I'll take some pictures of the scratches for you folks, and I'll post them up. I was none too happy. One side got beat to shit. It's like, oh my goodness. Well, the good thing is I'll 303 it and that'll be fine. But if I really wanted to, I could just give it a light sanding and then put another coat of resin on the outside of it. Can they be buffed out? Some can. These not the ones from Saturday. Nah, they're pretty bad. But like I said, I could give it a light sanding at some point, and then just put a light coat of resin over the outside. Yeah, ouch. Yeah, just their kayaks are the plastic, so they're much more forgiving. My Lincoln is resin and fiberglass, more forgiving. My Phoenix, she ain't resin and fiberglass. It's carbon fiber, Kevlar weave on the inside, carbon fiber weave on the outside with resin on it. So she a bit sturdier. she'll flex a little bit, but she's still sturdier. Super light. She about 30 pounds, I think. The whole kayak. She's light. I can just lift her up and spin it around. It's super light. But hey, it's what a canoe's for. I originally wanted they have I didn't want the black light. That was the prettiest. The black light's the prettiest, but I wanted the oh goodness. I'll find out. The I wanted. Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. Phoenix. I wanted the IXP is what I wanted. This is a substantial Enegra, which is it's like a fiberglass. It's a special fiberglass type weave with an inner blanket of amarid. That's the Kevlar. So it's multi-layers. It's super durable. It's their like adventure kayak. It's heavier. Let's see here. The Blacklight is 28 pounds. The IXP is 40 pounds. So it's substantial heavier. It's still not bad, but that's what I want. I want the IXP. The IXP isn't as pretty. It's a kind of a grayish yellow color. It's not real pretty. The Blacklight is pretty. Well, you saw my canoe. She's pretty. Their lightest weight is their Starlight, which is just Kevlar. It's all Kevlar, and it's just basically one layer. Super light. That thing is, let's see here. That's 26 pounds. That's only 2 pounds lighter. It's only 2 pounds lighter than the black light. The black light is by far their prettiest canoe. By far. So I'll take some pictures. I'll take some pictures of it. She's a sexy beast. The Phoenix is. I was going to go with either them or I was going to go with there's a Canadian company, Swift Canoe, out of Canada. They got some pretty canoes. And I was looking at either they got like a Pioneer and they got a more of a touring one. I couldn't decide which one but they were just, it's a pain in the ass. There's no, the closest dealer for them is upstate New York. Now that takes me forever to get there. Or I'd have to pay extra, have them shipped special to my dooryard. So I said, fuck it. North Star's an American company. They were the two companies that I was, okay, North Star or Swift. Another company that's really nice is Merrimack Canoes. Now, they do classic wooden canoes, but they've got fiberglass over the outside of them. So, let's see. I'll show you Merrimack Canoes. It's internet on. No, I don't want. Let's see here. There's the Traveler. Prospector. We'll go with a Prospector because that's a classic shape. And you can choose whatever. You can choose all sorts of colors on them for the stripes. And see, that's a $5,000. So yeah, it's in the same range as what I paid for my canoe. I don't like all of this. I'm more of a classic. Let's see the classic. No, just go to classic. See, it's a classic. Single color. Love a red canoe. But you look at that. Look at the wood on the inside. Like I said, it's wood construction, and then it's got a fiberglass outer covering with resin. So when you're on the inside, you can see the wood, and it's absolutely beautiful. And then from the outside, you can't see it. But they also, you can get, there you go, floor plans. You can get, yeah, see? This has a compass. You can put a compass in it. This one has nothing. You can get a compass in it. That's a tree. You can get a tree. I don't know how good you can see that. That is a fish with fly rods. That is a different kind of fish with fly rods. And then whatever image you want. So you can do a custom image in it. I like this one. Come on, you're not gonna make it bigger for me? That's the compass. I like the compass. But yeah, they've got beautiful, beautiful canoes. Merrimack Canoes. Oh, here we go. Here's the bigger ones. There you go. I like the compass. They put it up here. The other one, they put it in the center. You can have it wherever you want it. I like the compass. I put the compass right in the center. Well, maybe. See, this is a tandem. Yeah. Look at that. You can get engraved bow covers on them. Yeehaw. Nice canoes. Nice canoes. Swift Canoes. Let's see if I'll show you the Swift Canoe and Kayak. There we go. Go in here. Kayaks, pack boats, canoes. Here we go. Classic, touring, combo, solo. Prospector 14 or 15. I go 15. There we go. Prospector 15. These are nice. These are nice. That looks like it's got, I think that's aramid as well. Go back here. I don't know how Gus is. Here's a 14. This is a nice canoe as well. This paint job right here, that's how I was thinking of maybe doing the Lincoln. See how it's got the cream on the bottom and the red on the top? Oh, it looks so nice. When I get it painted, I'm going to do it all red, but I may see if I can throw some cream on the bottom. The good thing about the cream on the bottom is it hides scratches. It hides scratches. And my canoe's black. It don't hide shit. But yeah, Gus was doing better the last time I talked to him. I'll give him a call. I've just been busy. But yeah, Swift was I was either going to get the Prospector 14 or 15. 15 would probably fit me better. Or one of their Cruiser 15-8s. They got a weird shape to them. See, it's got a weird, here's the bow and then the back. I don't like this thing right here. Let me see here. And the Kuwaitan's pretty good. Kuwaitan's a kind of it's between a Cruiser and the Prospector. It's more modern. This is more in the line of how mine is shaped, the Phoenix. But the Phoenix has a prettier bow and rear end. And I don't need a combi because I got the Lincoln when I get it fixed. But yeah, canoes, nice. So, what else do we got? What else we got to talk about? Let's see here. Oh, solos. Solo. Everybody gone quiet on me? Jim is playing Pokemon, not Horizon tonight. Pokemon. Did we ask him what his favorite Pokemon? No, he said he didn't have any. Right? The last time I asked what his favorite Pokemon was, he said he didn't have one. She says, correct. Correctamundo. Hot and humid again. Hot and humid again. But I did get the lawn mowed again. I need to go and rake it again. Because, like, holy crap. Some years you can just mow it and it's not a problem. This year it's hayed both times. It's like, oh. Yeah. My beard gets itching. I gotta be careful I don't pull it all out. No, my whites. That's better. Got a little darker strip. Oh, well. And then I go out and I take a picture out by the fire, and it looks like I got brown beard. I don't have brown beard. It's just the flames reflecting off the white. Like, oh, look at that. Look at that. 20 years younger. Yeah, all the colors back. All the colors back. Scratched my hand today. Fixing the chicken run's door. You know, they got the dang chicken fencing on the outside. So it wraps around. It's like, hey, shit's pokey. Yeah, it's pokey. I get in, and Mrs. like, well, what the hell? It's like, it happens every time. If I can get my hands cut, I'll get my hands cut. Wear gloves. I do sometimes, but I can't feel things with gloves on. Alicia says, I bought him a new game, which I thought was super cute, called Kena Bridge of Prince. Prince of Sprints. Kena Bridge of Spirits. Did I get it right that time? Kena Bridge of Spirits. Let's see that. Let's see if we can. There we go. Kena Bridge of Spirits. It's much easier. It's much bigger here. Oh, we got it. Is that a little girl or a dude? Kena. That's probably a chick, right? Jesus dang. Let's see. Kena Bridge of Spirits is a 2021 action-adventure video game developed and published by Ember Lab. The story follows Kena, a young spirit guide who uses her magical abilities to help deceased people move from the physical to the spirit world. The game is presented through a third-person perspective. Huh. Right, she's here, and you're watching her. I know how much it costs. It's not bad. See the images here. We'll get some images for you. Kena, Bridge of Spirits. Oh, there she is, looking at you. What the hell are you looking at? Oh, here she is. She's running through she's in a stream. She's in a stream. And then here she's, I don't know, it looks like she's fighting something. My goodness. She goes, oh, here I am. I'm going to do something. And this one right here, she's thinking, she's talking to these little cute little spirit things, I guess. Now she's picking up the spirit thingies, I guess. Here she is jumping in. Oh, it's a bow. A bow with a magical arrow. Allie says it has cute little dudes with eyes that follow her. Yeah, those are the little black things, like these things. Is that what they are? Those little. Let's see here. See, and there's a couple down there too. And then here's a bunch of them. Is that what you were talking about? These little dark creatures. She says Jim called the cute little dudes with eyes rots. Are they rots? Oops, get out of here. I need to see that. I don't need that. Get out of here. Rots, huh? Is that what they were really called? Oh, here you go. And that's one on her shoulder. And then here's a close-up. These little things with eyes. Of course, they have eyes. Open new tab. There we go. There they are. Look at that. I'm going to poke it in its eyeball. Rots. She's gonna reaching out for the rot. Are they really called rots? Hey, there's a rot with a cowboy hat. There we go. Look at that. Ish. I don't know if it's a cowboy hat or Panama hat. Something like that. Got a flower on the head and a birthday hat. Something. There you go. I'm going to pet the rot. She says Jim can put different hats on them. Oh, see? Oh, it looks like a cute game. She said, yes, they're called rots, according to the case. They came in. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Just watching a video here. A student graduating at the University of California, Berkeley, has his diploma held from him until he puts aside the Palestinian flag he came on stage with. Yeah, the student looks like a fucking man, a grown man. Looks like he's got to be in his 30s at least. No, more than, it could be 30. 30, mid-30s. Like, put your fucking flag away, you stupid idiot. Freaking morons. If you care so much about Palestine, go to fucking Palestine. Easy enough. Easy peasy. Ain't nobody stopping you. Ain't nobody stopping you. Oh, my goodness. Man. Long show. Judy says, I agree. Good on you. You should agree. Tired of this foolishness. Tired of it. Tired. So, what do we got? What else we got to talk about? Been a slow show. Allie says, me 3. Good. Allosaurus Rex. My goodness. Well, at least more folks showed up this time than the last time. I had to cancel Sunday's show because the meatloaf wasn't getting cooked. It's like, holy shit, she was holding at 125. She didn't want to break. I need to do it to 160. And she wasn't breaking over 125. It's like, holy crap. So I was about an hour late getting done with, getting dinner fixed. We did 2 meatloafs. One with sugar-free barbecue sauce on the outside, mild. And one with a good heap of my spicy barbecue sauce. Alicia says, I will be for now on expecting you to call me your funny names for forevermore. Well, you brought it on. It's pronounced Spanish. No, it's not. It's not pronounced Spanish. Alicia. Allosaurus Rex. Although Rex would not be apropos, because that's a king, and you'd be a queen. I don't know what what's the Latin for queen. Regina is queen. I think my favorite is the dinosaur name, Allosaurus Rex. Alicia Rex, Allosaurus Rex. Regina is queen. Rex is king. Yes. Regina is. It's not even. It's not as good. Allosaurus Regina. That doesn't. You know what that? It sounds like a black girl's name. Allosaurus Regina. Allosaurus Rex works, but Rex is king. Fuck it, I like Rex better. It'll always be a Rex. It'll be a Rex. Rectosaurus. Rectosaurus. That was the first dinosaur they pulled out of the tar pits just outside of San Francisco. Was a Rectosaurus. Alicia says, I am a dinosaur with short arms because I have short arms. One of my son-in-laws has short arms. He's the black feller. He got short arms. He does. He's got short arms, big head. Oh, my goodness. Rawr. You know, the velociraptors had short arms, too. Just not quite as proportionally as short as the T-Rex, though. They had a lot of scary things. I don't think I talked about it because I think it's the my head is medium sized. The megalodon, they got it all wrong. They just had like part of a jaw to start out with and teeth, and they thought the teeth looked like great white teeth, so they just scaled it up. And they're figuring that he wasn't a member of the great white family. It's another one, and it's much skinnier. It was a skinnier shark, and longer pectoral fins. And they figured that a great white can really only get to about the size of a great white. They can't get bigger because they're just shaped wrong. They'd be shaped wrong to go through the water. Because when you look at like the big whales and stuff, it's the same way. They're slender. The bigger the whale is, the skinnier the whale is. They have to. It reduces drag. So yeah, they got they said they got it all wrong. So it's skinnier. Let's see if we got the Megalodon real shape. Yeah, see, here we go. Internet on. See, here we go. This was the previous shape, which was basically a great white, just made bigger. And you see how now the proportions are all different. They've skinnied him out and narrowed it out. It's more narrow. More narrow. Rawr. New Megalodon. Yeah. Here it is up here. Here we go here. Yeah. See, it's skinnier. The new one looks cooler. I think the new one looks cooler as well. Damn it, that teeny one. The other one just looked too fat. It just looked too fat. It looks really cool as a great white, but when you get it that big, it just looks fat. Laurel says, still wouldn't want it near me. No, you'd actually want the actual Megalodon near you less than the great white version, because the great white version could not swim at the speeds that the actual Megalodon did, because it was just too fat. Just too fat. They're figuring, like I said, they're figuring that the great white really could not get any bigger than it is now. Oh, and here you go. A Megalodon, they were saying a Megalodon gives birth to what is now would be considered a full-grown shark. I mean, size-wise, huge sharks. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Pretty darn big. And they became extinct because their food supply ran out. The bigger the animal, the more food they need. which is why sharks, like a great white, which is the whale shark's bigger, but they siphon food. When it comes down to, like, the great white was actually able to survive because they needed less food. A lot of the dinosaurs had that happen. Yeah, look at that. Wow, it's pretty big. Go there. And it says it's big. It's not. But you see, this is the size of a person, and this is the megalodon. Yeah, see, with it streamlined down a little bit, that's a better looking shark. It's a better looking shark. Oh, you're not seeing it. Sorry about that. Internet on. See, there we go. Sorry. There it is, right there. That's a human, and this is the megalodon. Sorry. Sheesh. I know. You should have said, hey, you're not. I'm scrolling through the pictures and everything like that. And it's like, hey, well, there you go. They're pretty big. It may have had a much slenderer body, possibly with proportions like a lemon shark. Yep, making it more efficient in the water. Yeah, it's just hydrodynamics. Is it hydrodynamics? There we go. Like what's aerodynamics for the water? Well, hydrodynamics. The hydrodynamics did not work with a great white's body. It just didn't. Insects used to be really big too, but they only grew to a certain size because, especially because their outer shells were just so big, it reaches a limit where they just can't get any bigger. But they were pretty big. Pretty big. Yep. I forget the there we go. Dinosaur more dangerous than the T-Rex. Spinosaurus. There we go. Spinosaurus. Let's go here. Paste. Spinosaurus. Let's go to the Spinosaurus. There we go. Yeah. Images. There we go. Internet on. The Spinosaurus. Look at that. It's like a crocodile thing. Ooh, look at it. Ooh, he's eating a fish. That'd be a pretty damn big fish. That can't be scaled right. That's a big ass fish. But I gotta admit though that the T-Rex just looks more menacing. But this was supposed to be more dangerous. He says, I am more dangerous. Rawr. Look at that. You fucker. Boy, that's something, huh? That is something. Be interesting to go back and see some of these things. My goodness. That buzzard face. Did you call this beastie a buzzard face? Oh my goodness. Buzzard face. Taser face. Ha 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 ha. I showed the video of that. Taser face. There we go. Look at that. Let's open this up. There we go. Look at that. Buzzard face. It's kind of like a crocodile. Crocodilian. Crocodile. And it's funny because a lot of the things that we call dinosaurs aren't really dinosaurs. They're something else. Look at that. Oh, I saw a special the other day, and it was about the largest flying creature. And it didn't do it didn't do its hunting and stuff by flying. It was too heavy. But it would use it to get from point A to point B, and it did all of its hunting on the ground. So it walked around. It was really weird. Let's see if we get the... largest flying dinosaur. Yeah, here we go. Quetzalcoatl, frickin' whatever the hell its name is. It was named after the Aztec gods. No, it's too small. You can't see it. How big is this? See if we can open this up. See if it's okay. So we go like that. We'll blow it up there. Yeah, and you see how he's just walking? He could fly. He could fly, but he mostly didn't. He mostly didn't. Reminds me to never visit Florida. Too many crocs, alligators, and other big things I don't want to go near. Oh, alligators are fine. Crocodiles, yeah, stay away from them. Alligators, don't worry about it. Judy says that's absolutely creepy looking. Yeah, they're kind of weird, aren't they? Let's see if I can get a decent picture of it. And the way they walk. Let's see if this... See, they bend their arms. They bend their arms. And they walk on their wings, but they can stretch them out. But they walk weird. But yeah, they figured they didn't hunt or spend a lot of time in the air. They would fly from one part of their island to another. They just hunt in a new location. See, these are the Allie says, are crocs bigger than alligators, and are alligators docile? In general, unless you're talking about saltwater crocodiles, and they're bigger. Saltwater crocodiles are bigger than an alligator. Alligators and crocodiles are roughly the same size. With alligators, I'd say the alligators just edging out a little bit. Their heads are shaped different. Alligator versus crocodile. Let's see here. See the difference here? So you can tell right away with this picture right here, easy. This is super freaking easy. You see how these snouts are round? This is an alligator. See how this snout is pointy? That's a crocodile. Crocodiles are They are more aggressive than alligators. They are more aggressive. But you see, the bodies aren't that much different. Not that much different. But a salty, man, they are freaking huge. Those are crocodiles. This is a crocodile, this is an alligator, but this would be a salty. They're bigger. Or a Nile crocodile, crocodilians. Yeah, and if an alligator is if he's already eaten, he doesn't give a shit about you. Crocodiles, on the other hand, they're just mean. They are just mean. Both of them are fast on land, though. Oh my goodness. They can run at a sprint faster than a man can. That's an alligator. That's an alligator. This is a crocodile. This is a crocodile. I can't tell. This is an alligator. This is an alligator. This is an alligator. This is a crocodile. Alligator, crocodile. Allosaurus Rex goes, she'll just stay home. Yeah, it's fine. I used to when we were out in the field down in Louisiana, when I was in the service, we used to sleep next to ponds with alligators in them. They don't generally like people. People are big. Now dogs and cats and stuff like that. Yeah, they'll eat those. Chickens. Goat. Person if they're available, but yeah. Yep. So there you go. There's your alligator versus crocodile. I think mostly they got alligators in Florida. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah. There are roughly 1.25 million alligators in the state of Florida, and there's more than 1,000 American crocodiles. So yeah, by far, you're much more likely to meet an alligator in Florida than a crocodile. And believe it or not, Florida is the only place in the world where you'll see alligators and crocodiles found together in the wild. Crocodiles or alligators are found typically in freshwater habitats, and alligators are found. Alligators are found. They prefer freshwater, and crocodiles can go both. Like I said, the salties, oh my God, they're huge. Salty crocodile. They are fucking huge. Let's see here. How big are they? So yes, we do have saltwater crocodiles in the U.S., but not salties. The salties are outside of Australia. Let's go back here. Let me read here. Typically, they're going to be 16 and a half feet long and weigh 1,000 pounds for the male. Females are 10 feet and 330 pounds. The male salty's pretty dang big. Lewiston, Idaho is a desert-like terrain with the Snake River. In the rocky areas, there are rattlesnakes and scorpions. Lewiston is 45 minutes from Moscow. It's about 10 degrees warmer down there. Dewey says huge. Yeah, they're big. They is big. 16 and a half feet. That's longer than my canoe. My canoe is 14 and a half feet. That's a big ass. Crocodilian. Cracosaurus rex. And they're old. They're freaking old. They're dinosaurs. Why are the females always bigger in many species? It's not. They're not. It depends upon the species. They're not big in cattle. They're not big in horses. They're not big in humans. They're not big in some birds, but most birds not. Alligators, no. Crocodiles, no. Now, male animals tend to be prettier as opposed to female species. And that's because it's just used for displays of either dominance or to get attention, where the females need to be hidden. They are more subdued, which is kind of weird. The human species did the opposite. Well, it's not really. In real life, without makeup and stuff, there's nothing that sets them apart. But women put on makeup to attract the males, to show their vitality. The flushing of the cheeks, the reddening of the lips, that shows sexual arousal. So we can tell. You hear the women, no, I put it on so I feel pretty. You don't know why you feel pretty. You feel pretty because men find you attractive. And men find you attractive because flushing of the cheeks, the swelling of the lips and the reddening of the lips and stuff like that is an indicator of vitality and health, the same way as shiny hair. That's vitality and health. And your availability to mate, you're turned on. And then over the years, women realize this, so therefore they play it up. They take the natural markers and they falsify it. they falsify it. Dang it. Why are some female species most common selective pressures favor large size in female mammals are primarily those associated with the fact that a big mother is often a better mother, and those resulting from more intense competition among females for some resources than among males. That's why the females would be bigger. "45% of mammal species, males are bigger than females. 39% are males and females are the same size. And 16% the females are larger than males." So sexual dimorphism in mammalians, in mammals, it's actually 16%. It's less. Why are female spiders bigger than the males? That probably has to do with territory and resources. Yeah, that's very common. That's very common. Yeah, and they've got to lay eggs. Spider needs to be larger than the male because the eggs which the female lay are much larger than the seminal fluid that the males need to procreate, to produce. So they also need to consume more food because there's more energy and resources put towards the eggs. So they can hunt better, and they need to produce eggs. Yep. You're welcome. You're welcome. Like I said, if I don't know off the top of my head, we'll find out. We'll find out. I kind of figured that was the case with the female spiders, but yeah, I just no, I don't think that mammals. I don't think it's as a rule that females are bigger, and they're not. They're not. Most of them, most males are bigger in mammals. Then the next is same size, and then 16%. So. Yep. And that's that. That's that. Again, tonight's coffee is Butter Pecan, New England brand. Why is it pecan and not pecan? Well, because the Native Americans who named the fucking nut called them pecans. So, John, you're a nut. Yes. Yes. Well, sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond joys got nuts. Mounds don't, because sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Judy's laughing. Stop it. Oh, and we always get, the male mosquitoes is so big. Some of those aren't mosquitoes. Some of those I think they're mayflies. They're not skeeters at all. They're not skeeters at all. Or crane fly. There we go. They're crane flies. Yeah. Most of the things we call, that's a male mosquito. It's really a crane fly. You can tell the bodies. The bodies are different. Here we go. Internet on. You see, this is a crane fly. It's skinnier, and then this like thorax area on the mosquito is bigger. There's a crane fly versus mosquito. So yeah. Mosquito imposters. Male and female crane flies. Yeah. Growing up, we always called it crane fly. There's a male mosquito. Well, it's not. It is not. Goofy fuckers. Alicia says, I didn't know that. I thought they were all the same. They're not. Judy says, you definitely know the difference when you live in Oklahoma. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference. Well, it's the same way as they call daddy long legs. Yeah. Daddy long legs. See, this is what we called daddy long legs growing up. This is not a daddy long legs. That's what we called a daddy long legs. It's not. And this is an aphid. This is a daddy long legs. This is an aphid. Field station. They keep calling it, it's a daddy long leg. It's not. They call them that, but it's not. This is a true daddy long legs right here. Daddy long legs, they like to live in cellars and attics and stuff like that. I got a bunch of them downstairs. They look like this over here. Now, these other ones, these field stations, these aphids, yeah, see, this is a daddy long leg. You see it? This is a daddy long leg. This is a daddy long leg. This is an aphid. These, as you see, if you noticed, every single one's where they see a daddy long leg, an actual daddy long leg. See here? Do you see any plants? Here, you see any plants? You see any plants? Do you see any plants? Here's an aphid. You see a plant? There you go. Green leaf. See this? Another green leaf. See this? Another green leaf. Daddy long leg. You see any plants? No, you don't. Daddy long legs right here. Daddy long legs. No plants. These like to be in cellars and oh, this is an aphid. Harvestmen. Harvestmen. They're aphids. We call them daddy long legs, but they're really not. Excuse me, they're really not. Cellar spiders, that's right. Versus daddy long legs. It's a cellar spider. Ta-da. I hate those fuckers. And they're cannibalistic. They are super cannibalistic. And they breed like, oh my God. One year I went downstairs, there was only a couple. I went down a week later to do some laundry. They were freaking everywhere. I got out the shop vac and I just went everywhere. Ugh. Alicia says, I grew up around those, including silverfish. Yeah, silverfish. Those are those little, yeah. They're little, they got all the legs and they got like the split tail. Yeah, see, here we go. Silverfish. Ooh, those fuckers. There they are. I don't like them. Another silverfish. You bastards. They like moist, dank places. Woody, moist, dank places. Silverfish. You find them all over the country. And we got black widows up here, up in the Northeast, but not very many. It's not like down south. Down south, you find black widows all the time. You don't find too many black widows up here. Oh, there's a type of snake. Yeah. Water moccasin. Okay. Laurel says we have black widows here in Kentucky. Yeah, you'll find them all over the place. Further south you go, the more that they're going to be there. Now we have in the Northeast what look like water moccasins, but they're not water moccasins. They're just water snakes. Water moccasins. See, this is northern water snake. They look like a water moccasin, but they're not. A lot of people think no, they're not. Parts of Kentucky have cottonmouths. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Now we have rattlesnakes up here. We got rattlesnakes, but you're probably not going to get bit. You're probably not going to get bit by a rattlesnake up here. They like to hang out on the rocks and the quarries and stuff like that, and you're not going to be out there. Alicia says we have gardener snakes everywhere, and a special worm. Special worm. We got gardener snakes here. Special worm. The fuck's a special worm? Ooh. Giant marine worms. No, that's different. What's a special worm? Marines. Special worm. Worm special. That's not. What the hell's a special worm? You're in Idaho, right? Idaho. Special worm. Scientists find fabled worm. Special worm. Let's see the fucking. What the hell are special worms? Look up the worm of the Paleos reason. Palos. Palo. The pee-pee. Dude, stop. I got to, I'm not even copy. Paste. There we go. Oh, there's the, oh, I got a worm of the Paleos. They're earthworms. This says it's just a giant earthworm. Is that what it is? Or it says we have copperheads, timber rattlers, some areas, and pygmy rattler, lots of rat snakes. Yeah. We don't have very many. They ain't shit up here that's... Alicia says yes. Yeah, it's just a big worm. We got big worms. We got big worms. Yeah, about the only thing, like we talked about, the ticks. In other parts of the country have ticks. They got ticks in Tennessee, but they don't carry Lyme disease like they do up here. Ticks are dangerous in the Northeast. Not so dangerous other places. And you still don't want to keep them on you. Rule of thumb with ticks, you're generally not going to get anything unless you leave it there for any amount of time. So always check for ticks when you get out of the woods. Check for ticks. There's a song about that. Check you for ticks. Who the hell is that? He's a young guy. I want to check you for ticks. It's Brad Paisley. Brad Paisley. The people in the region call it special because environmentalists got involved with the rerouting of the Lewiston-Muskogee Highway. Huh. Yeah, Judy says Brad Paisley. Brad Paisley. He's a pretty good guitar player. I'm not. I am not. I am not a good guitar player. I love playing. I do. I love playing, but I'm not a good guitar player. Yeah, I do okay. I do okay. He's a good guitar player. Holy shit, it's after 10. See, I'd asked you earlier for this shit. We could have spent our whole show doing this. We've done this before. We've just gone from one topic to another and just, well, let's look at it. Now pull up the media on the interwebs. But Alicia says they didn't want the construction guys to harm the worm by digging up the area where it lives. Fuck that. It's a worm. Stop it. Jesus. That reminds me of, have you seen 7 Years in Tibet? It's a good movie. It's with Brad Pitt. And they're going to put in a temple or something like that. And they know because the worms. So he helps them. You haven't seen 7 Years in Tibet? Oh, you got to watch it. 7 Years in Tibet. That's another one. Put on your list. His accent is fucking atrocious in the movie. It's a good movie though, but his accent is horrible. He plays this mountain climber from, I don't know, God, what's it? It's not Germany. It's the one right next, Austria. I think he plays an Austrian mountain climber. World War II period, and then World War II breaks out, and he's a real dick. But they get captured and blah blah blah. And it's, 7 Years in Tibet. See here. 7 Years in Tibet. Here we go. Internet on. Ta-da. He befriends the Dalai Lama. Was it the Dalai Lama or was it the freaking? I think it's the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama, or was it the Emperor? I don't know what the freaking difference was. Yeah, 14th Dalai Lama. Yeah, it had to have been because they don't have an emperor. It's a Dalai Lama in Tibet. Durr. 14th Dalai Lama. It's a good movie. Horrible accent though. Horrible accent. It's long. I think it's a long movie. How long is this movie? I think it's long. Two hours and 16 minutes. So yeah, it's a fairly long one. 2 hours and 16 minutes. Yep, 7 years in Tibet. Earthworms. Reminds again, everything's a song or a movie or something. Yeah, 7 years in Tibet. Put that on your list. And if you haven't watched Event Horizon, my youngest still hasn't watched it. I keep trying to get her to watch it. Watch it. That's a creepy ass movie. Laurel says, I'm falling asleep. Good night, all. Sleep well. Praying for you, Allie. Allie says, I'm not a fan of Brad Pitt, but I will watch it. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Horrible accent. He's got a horrible accent in it. But it's a good movie. Yeah, it's 21 after. Thanks for stopping in, Laurel, again, for joining the show. Alicia, Judy. I don't know, Peggy didn't show up. Kay, if you're still there, Kay. Next show is Sunday evening. I'll be up bright and early as usual. And yeah, Allie, hope everything goes okay. Allosaurus Rex. I'm sure it's going to go fine. It's going to go fine. I think it's going to go fine. Fine as wine. I'll be calling Gus and seeing how Gus is doing. Let everybody know. Jude says good night, y'all, and see you on Sunday. Yeah, so I think. See here. The hell. There we go. Try to find it. There we go. And with that, again, thank you for joining the show. Next show is on Sunday. I will be available as always, messages and or email, and on Facebook. Say hey, stop in, see the shenanigans that are going on, seeing if I got to toss the people out or not. And with that, everybody get some good sleep tonight. God bless and take care.